Hey everyone, welcome to Infor Learning. I'm excited to have you here for the fifth video of my Infor LN technical training series. And if you haven't seen the previous videos yet, I highly recommend you check out them first because it will be easy for you to understand today's session. Okay, and in my today's session, I'm going to explain you the data model. Like first, I'm going to explain you how I have created this data model and this data model is a backbone of our application because with a proper data model then only you can build an application with a proper functionality. Okay, when you build a proper fun like when you'll understand the requirement, then only you can build the uh, then only you can build or create the data model, and from that data model in only you can develop application. Okay, so when you understand the requirement, then only you can develop the application without any with a proper requirements only. So I'll explain you about the requirements of our purchase order entry system. Okay, first we'll see the data model and then we'll go to the what is mean by entity. Okay, we are going to understand the concepts of entity, and then we are going to understand the relationship between these entities. Okay, and then what we do means we are going to convert these entities into relational database management, or else you can say as we are going to convert these entities into database into tables, and then what we will do means lastly we are going to segregate our these entities into like our these into like based on three types. Like we are going to segregate these entities based on the data. Okay, that's what we are going to do in today's class. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I would love for you to do so. By subscribing, you'll ensure that you won't miss any updates, as I'm committed to bring you fresh engaging content starting now. And I'm going to upload two videos within a week, so you won't miss if you like. So don't miss out. Subscribe today, and if you find my content helpful, please do subscribe and share it with someone who might benefit from it. So let's start today's class. Okay, you can see here, this is the data model of our entry system. Okay, entry system is nothing but the purchase order entry system. Okay, you can see here I have created as in the form of ER model. Okay, this is my ER model. Okay, uh, ER model. So before going to this, like how I have created this ER model means through the modeling database. First, I'll explain some concepts, or like I'll define some technical terms that needs to be. Please note this. Okay. First, what we'll do means we are going to do the modeling database. Okay. Like modeling database is nothing but it's like to model a database, we first have to understand the business requirements at conceptual level, which is later translated into a relational database. Okay. So for that, I have converted my understand for like I have converted my entities into the at concept. Like I have converted these my uh, tables into entities. Okay, for understanding the business requirements at conceptual level, I uses here the ER model. Okay. Okay, and if you see here, the countries, item groups, suppliers, items, purchase order header, purchase order lines, purchase receipts. So all these are nothing but these all are the entities. Okay, entities. Okay, and entities is nothing but like I'll just define you. So entity is nothing but any real world. So real world objects or concepts is called entities. Okay, in ER model. Okay, so real world objects. Sorry for the delay. I'm holding on one hand a mic on my and through another hand, single hand. I'm just typing, so that's why it's getting late. Okay, these all are our entities. Okay, and if you see, we have attribute of entities. Another word, attribute of entities is nothing but it's the properties of the entities is called attributes. Okay, properties of these real world objects or concepts that are represented, so that is known as attribute. Okay, in ER model we call wait 1 second, I'll just okay, so in ER model, okay, like so in ER model, real world objects or concepts, that whatever real world objects or concepts, that is known as entity. Okay, and the properties of these real world objects are known as attributes, and the unique identifying properties is known as key attribute. Okay, wait, I'll show you for better understanding. See, you can see here, this is my countries table, and in my countries table, what is my countries is nothing but the entity. Okay, as I just told you. Okay, and this country, as you can see, it is in bold, and it is somewhat italic, which represents as it is a key attribute. Okay, and if you see this description, it is my attribute. Okay, that's what I was explaining to you. Okay, and coming to the relationship between these entities. Okay, here you can see, like, what we are doing. We are for like this data model is for purchase order entry system. So let's assume that we are going to develop this purchase order entry system for global requirement. Okay, so whenever you are going to purchase globally, you need to maintain a countries. Okay, so that's why what I have done, I have created a country. So for my requirement, I have created a countries table here. Okay, you can say table, or else you can say session, or you can say entity. Okay, everything is same. And when you have a so when you have a list of suppliers from whom you are procuring, so this purchase order system is nothing but you are buying. So you are buying means what, you need to maintain a supplier table. So to maintain a supplier, from whom I'm going to buy, uh, like if I'm getting if I'm procuring, either it may be a software or it may be a hardware, the goods can anything, but so that need to be stored. So for storing that supplier data, I am using these suppliers. Okay, and whatever items that I'm going to procure, that has to be stored in a separate table. So that's why I uses this items table, and these items need to be I want I what I wanted means, I wanted to segregate my items like based on the categories wise. Like these items need to be segregated as like clothing, electronics, food and beverage, so like that. So like if I categorize these my items, like it will be easy for me to store in my warehouse. So from that point of view, I have added these item groups. Okay, and whatever purchase order I wanted to raise, I need a purchase order header table to store all my purchase order header, like purchase orders. Okay, and this purchase order header and purchase order lines, what I'm going to do means, these two forms I'm going to club it as single form. So this clubbing is known as a normalization form. Okay, and in my purchase order lines, what I'm going to do means, I will add a multiple order, multiple list of items that I wanted to order. Okay, and Here I wanted a purchase order receipts, which means like I want to know whatever I have ordered, whether it is delivered or not, and whether it is delivered in the required quantity, like what I have ordered, that order has been delivered successfully or not. For to knowing that, I have like I wanted this purchase order receipts. Okay, this is my purchase or like entities. And if you see the relationship between these, like uh see what I thought means from my point of view and for my requirement, what I thought means like I wanted like from one country multiple suppliers can be there, like within a one country we can have multiple suppliers. Okay, now you may have a doubt like why not multiple suppliers can supply to multiple, like one supplier can supply to multiple countries. This can be possible. Like here what is the relationship, one country have multiple suppliers, which means like one to many. Okay, you can have this like multiple suppliers can supply one country, so many to one, not like not like this. One supplier can supply multiple countries, like one to many. You can do that too also, the relationship. Okay, that relationship can also be possible. Okay, and what I thought means like one supplier can have multiple items, and one supplier can raise multiple purchase orders can be raised to one supplier. Like if I want one thing from one supplier, like multiple purchase order, it means like at one time I raise one order, another like today I have created a purchase order of 10 quantities. Tomorrow I thought, array, I need more. So again I raise the purchase order with the same. So that's why this relationship I have built. Okay, and if you see here, multiple items can have one item group, which means like that's what I have explained now. Like I wanted to segregate multiple items into one part, like all the clothing in one item group, all the electronics in one item group, all the foods or all the accessories in one item group. So from like based on that I have segregated. Okay, and if you see here, one purchase order have multiple purchase order lines, which means like in my one purchase order I will add multiple items. Okay, multiple items in a single purchase order lines. Okay, this will be easy for you when like right now it looks like quite difficult to understand you, but while we are going to develop, so these things will become very easy for you. Okay, and what I thought means one purchase order can have multiple like one purchase order lines can have multiple receipts, which means like uh, I have ordered 10 quantities of shed clothing product. Okay, okay, 10 quantities I have ordered for this. Okay, but what the vendor has sent me, he sent me five like five quantity. So at that moment what back order is again, like which means like I receive 5 but I have ordered 10. So again my back order is there, so for 5 quantities. Okay, again a back order is there for from 5 quantity. So what the vendor, again the supplier has sent 2 quantities, and remaining 3 quantities is pending. So again receipt, again purchase receipt is printed. Okay, and at the third time like he sent the remaining 3. So which means like if I have one purchase order lines, it can I can have multiple purchase order receipts for one. Okay, this is what the functionality I wanted to build. Okay, hope you understand. Okay, I'll just clarify everything again. Like see, what we are going to develop is our purchase order entry system. So for purchase order entry system, what we think means we are going to build this functionality for globally. So whenever you are purchasing globally, you need to maintain a country table. So this is for that point I have created a we required countries. Okay, and so when you are purchasing, you need to track the you need to record the supplier details in separate table. You can't add that supplier details in the countries itself. So for that, I'm creating a separate table of suppliers. Okay, and whenever you are buying something from buying an item from these suppliers, okay, you can't add that item details in the supplier table. So that's why I'm what I have doing what I'm doing means I'm creating a separate table called items. Okay, and what I thought means I wanted to segregate my items separately, because from these segregation I can easily understand that how much quantity is currently is there in my warehouse. I wanted to segregate my items electronics, clothing, foods, like that. So from that point of view, I have created these item groups. Okay, and what I thought means I want to if I want to create a purchase order, all my records need to be stored in separate table. So that's why I required this. So I wanted this purchase order header. Okay, and what I thought means indirectly I can't add this what I thought means if I raise a purchase order, I don't know the quantity, like what I can't raise the directly the purchase order header. I want to raise whatever the list of items in purchase order header. I can't directly add the list of items. So for that point, for that, what I have created means, I have created this purchase order lines. Okay, in my purchase order lines, I can easily add the list of items that what I wanted. Okay, and I want to know whether the the items that what I have ordered is received in my goods or not, like in my warehouse or not. So for identifying that, I created a purchase order receipts. Okay, and what we are going to do in our this training session means we are going to club these three sessions or these three forms into a single. Like if I create a purchase order header, the same order number will be in lines and in receipts. That's what we are going to do. Okay, and we have some other we required some other forms also, like currency, first free number, warehouse, some other tables are required, but at this moment I'm not going to add that table to you, because if I wanted to add that tables at the at the between, because from that you can easily understand if we are going to develop while developing a project, while developing uh, like I just wanted to explain you while developing how we can add the tables. Okay, for that exercise, I have not added some fields here. Okay, I have not added some tables here. Okay, hope you understand here the concepts of entities and the relationship between these entities. Okay, now what we are going to do means yeah. Yeah, I have one another thing. Yeah. Now what we are going to do means, wait a second, I'll just open the notes. Okay. So now, let's remove or else. So, so we are going to build a purchase order functionality now. So we need a package. Okay. So, so in this package, we are going to build this complete functionality. Okay. Okay. And again, we require some modules. Okay. Modules is nothing but we need to segregate these tables based on the data. Let's see this country's data is not going to change frequently. Wait, I'll explain you in detail about this. See, if you see here the countries and yeah, currency, if I add the currencies table also, these countries data is not going to change frequently. So the data that do not change frequently, that comes under the master table. Master 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 data. So in modules we have three things. Okay, I'm going to explain this only. Master data, and transactional data. CDIONAL, transactional data. So see, package is nothing but whatever the functionality we are going to build. Like when like package is nothing but when you are going to build when you are going to build a custom functionality, you need to define a package. Okay, you building a custom functionality, you need to define a package. Okay, so for that, what I'm trying to define here, like, okay, for the moment I'm not creating any package, I'm just explaining the functionality and the data model of our requirement. Okay, what like IL is my package for IL is my package. Okay, package for purchase order entry system. Purchase okay. And here modules is nothing but what we do means like we are going to segregate our complete functionality into different data based on the based on like whether the data is going to change on free, like whether the data is going to change daily basis, monthly basis, or the data is never going to change. So from that point of view we are going to segregate our tables. Okay, like what I thought means like see, countries data is not going to change frequently unless and until in a rare condition the country's data is going to change. So that's why what I thought means like this should have to be added in the master table. Okay, and if you say suppliers, okay, so suppliers data will change on like suppliers address may change, supply like sometimes the existing supplier don't have the sufficient stock, so you like you contact with the new supplier and then you need to add that supplier details in your supplier table. So this data may change free, this data may not change frequently, but once in a month or in a year this data may change. So that comes under the master data. Okay, uh, I'll define here. Please you note these definitions. Okay, the data that do not change frequently, that comes under master data. Okay, what I thought means in master data I wanted to add, okay, and countries master data is nothing but the data that changes, that do not changes, like that can change, how I can say, the data that can, yeah, the data that can change, sorry, change uh, once in a month, month or year. So that is called master data. So what I thought means in master data I wanted to add PPI suppliers. Okay, okay, and transactional data means like, okay, wait, I'll explain you. Transactional data is nothing but you raise purchase order. Like today what I have created a purchase order of 10 orders. Okay, and then again tomorrow I wanted to add, order again, a day after tomorrow again I wanted to order, which means like this data is going to change frequently or continuously. So this comes under the transactional data. Okay, so based on this point of view we need to segregate the data here. Okay, like in transactional data what we know, like the data that changes very frequently or continuously, so that is known as transactional data. So in transactional data we are going to add item group. Okay, item groups, uh, items, because item groups is nothing but today you thought you wanted to business on clothing, and tomorrow you thought I wanted to, like, see, these item groups may or may not come in transaction. It mostly comes in the master data, because you may change this data monthly basis, daily basis you don't change, but I have added this in transactional data because of these items. Okay, see, whenever you order a purchase order, that like you order a 10 stocks of some product. So here in items table, the order or like handling unit, or else you can say stock on hand will be increases. So the data is continuously changing. So that's why this items also comes in this transactional data. Okay, hope you understand. Purchase order headers, purchase order lines, and receipts. Okay, all this comes under the transactional data. Okay, I'll just summary again. Okay, see, what we have, like, see, package is nothing but when we are going to build a custom functionality, we need to define a package. So for that purpose I wanted to create a package in the name of IL. Okay, in the next video I'll create that package also. Okay, and okay, and we need to again define the modules are nothing but the whole functionality you can't directly define at one word. So in modules what we do means like we are going to break our functionality into the parts, and then we are going to build the whole functionality. So like it's like a tree type. Okay, so for that purpose what I have what from that purpose what I have done means like I have segregated my data based on whether the data is like changing frequently, once in a month or daily. So from that point of view, I have like segregated, and what I thought means like master, whatever the master data is comes. So in master data countries will come, and in master data suppliers will come, and in transactional data these item groups, items, purchase order header, purchase order lines, and receipts will come. Okay, and again I'll just say you this master data is nothing but the data that do not change frequently. Okay, that is known as master data, and master data is nothing but the data that may change once in a month or in a year. So that is called master data, and transactional data is nothing but the data that changes frequently or continuously. So that is known as transactional data. So uh, and one more thing that is uh, we need to add, that is in master data we okay, this will I'll tell you later. Okay, now you can see here I have created the tables and required fields also here, and as we increase the functionality we may add some more fields. Okay, okay, this is not the complete functionality that I have added. Like I wanted to add some more fields while we are going to develop the function, like while we are going to develop in between. I'll say you how we can add that fields and how it shows in these sessions also. Okay, for the moment, uh, for like better understanding, here if you see, OES is nothing but the module. Okay, OES is the module, and 031 is the table number. So the defining of table is done in the form of, like, see, uh, the defining of table will be completely based on package or module and the table number. So based on these three, the tables will define. Like, I'll tell you, let's say my package is LM, sorry, IL, and my module is, for the moment I'm assuming that it's COM, and I wanted to define for countries table. So that will be my first 001. So you, while defining the table number, you need to define in the form of 001, 002, 003, like 002, 003, 004, like this. You can't define directly as a form of 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not a right way. Okay, so this is the way I have defined. So how it will appear in my, so like in my custom code, or else the code will appear session code. I'll say the session code of my custom table will be IL com 001. This is how the table will looks like. Okay, M000 is my like M is for this last 100 is the company that I wanted to store. This I will explain these concepts later, but okay, I just wanted to tell you how the table will store. Table will store like this only. Okay, in the form of this. Okay, hope you understand this. Here you can see, for countries I have defined it as a bold and italic. Okay, which means like it is my primary key, and I have given some additional information, or you can say additional attributes I wanted to add for this. Like, I wanted to, the size of this is 3, and it is a string, and I wanted to add the additional attributes, like it needs to be a right ln and uppercase. So this is a thing that can be happen in our ln. Okay, and in description, I wanted it to be a string, but nothing is, I have given the additional attribute in this. Okay, then I have item groups table. Okay, in item groups, what I have thought means, like, I need a item group. Okay, and this should be a string, and the size of the string is 3, and it should be a right align and uppercase. Okay, and I need a description. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, and I have a suppliers table also. In suppliers table, what I thought means, I required a suppliers first free number. Okay, for that, what I thought means, it should be as a string data type, and the size should be 6. And in additional attribute, what I thought means, like, it should be right align and uppercase. Okay, and then I thought means I want description, address, zip code, and town, all these details of the suppliers to be added. Okay, and then I wanted a country and a phone and tax. Okay, if you see here, the country is the foreign key for my supplier table. Okay, which is going to refer, just now I have explained you the relationship between the like, sorry, what's wrong with this? Just now I have explained the relationship between the countries and suppliers now. So based on this relationship, what I have given means, here I have given the references. Okay, like, see, this country field, you see now, this is a foreign key and it's going to refer to the primary key of the country table. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, if you see the items table, I wanted to add the item description, item groups, gross weight of the particular item, net weight of the item, packing, the packing is, I have given the data type as enum. For gross weight, net weight, I have given the data type as double, and for ship, and then in this item only I wanted to know whether the supplier, from which supplier I've got. So for that I have given the data type is as string only. Then I wanted to add the price, item text, stock on hand, stock on order, and allocated stock. So for item text I use this text data type, and for stock on hand, stock on order, and allocated stock, I have added it, I wanted to give it as a double value. So okay, for that I have given this double. Okay, now you can see here, this item group is again the foreign key, which is going to refer to the its original master table of its item group. Okay, that foreign key is going to refer to this primary key. Okay, that table. And one more thing, and it's going to this supplier is also the foreign key, and it's going to refer to the supplier table. Okay, this table. And if you see here, we have the purchase order headers. Okay, in purchase order headers, what I thought means I wanted a purchase order number, and the purchase order number should be a long data type, and this should be first free number. I wanted to generate this as a first free number. Okay, and I wanted to add the supplier, okay, from whom I'm going to purchase this. Okay, and I wanted to add a field called order date. So for that I use this UTC date, and I wanted to know the arrival date. Okay, so for that also I have given the UTC date. And order status, I wanted to know like whether the purchase order status is in entry, it is in delivered, okay, or else in progress. So for that I'm using this data type enum. Okay, and I wanted to know the tax amount, total amount. So for that I'm using this double value. Okay, if I go down, this is my purchase order lines table. And what I thought means here I wanted to, yeah, here also this supplier is the foreign key and it's referring to the supplier table. Okay, now you understand why I have given this relationship. So like by understanding the business at conceptual level, what then only I can understand, okay, this is my foreign key, I need to define this, and this is going to refer to that table. That's what you can like, that's what how business works. Okay, and yeah, I was in purchase order lines now. So this is my purchase order lines table, and you can see here, this is the primary key. And this if you see here, here I have only one primary key. Okay, if you see here also I have only one primary key, that is items. And if you see here also one primary key, for all tables we have only one primary key. But if you see the purchase order lines, we have two primary keys, like one is purchase order header, and this primary key is acting as a foreign key also, like, and it's going to refer to this. And we have this positions, and this it has two primary keys. Okay, this is the thing that I was discussing, like I'm going to like see, I'm going to join these two forms into one, and that joining process is known as the normalization form. Okay, and coming to this purchase order receipts, if you see here, we have like purchase order header, position, arrival numbers, items, invoice amount, order quantity, arrival quantity, back order. Okay, arrival date, inspection done, tax amount. Okay, if you see carefully, we have here three. We have three uh, we have here see, we have three primary keys. If you see here, we have two primary keys. See, this is what you need to understand. This is the thing that you need to understand how it will work. If you see everything is in every like here only have one purchase order lines. Okay, if you see here also, like one primary key. Uh, Here also it has only one primary key. Whereas in my purchase order lines and receipts, it has two primary keys, which means and I'm doing, it has same primary keys, like it referring to the same primary keys, like the prime what oh, like these primary key is a primary key of this purchase order lines and primary key of this receipts. Okay, and if you see, the position is a primary key of lines and receipts also. So what I'm doing means here, what I'm doing means this purchase order header and lines is going to joint and act as a single form, and this purchase order lines and receipts is going to be add as a single form. This process of adding two forms into one is called normalization form. Okay. This is my data model. Okay, and in the next video we are going to directly start our development process. We are going to start building the development, starts from building the packages, modules, data, and in that I'll explain you more in detail about everything. Okay, so if you have any questions about what we have covered, feel free to ask, and I'll do my best to answer your questions and provide you more insightful. Okay, and thank you for joining the today's session on Infor Learning. I hope you found this information useful and insightful. And if you've enjoyed my video, please give a thumbs up and do subscribe to our channel for more content on Infor LN and other ERP solutions also. Like I was planning to upload a video on Odoo installation process. Okay, uh, in short, I'll upload the video of installation very quickly. Okay, so feel free to leave your comments and suggestions for future topics. Okay, and thanks again for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you guys. Bye bye.